Live from the BDN Studios, it's Bang and Dang.
That's awesome.
If you don't like that, then
You ain't black.
All right, welcome to the very first ever episode of Bang and Dang Debate here exclusively on the old YouTube. I told you guys this was coming. What we're going to do here is we're going to, right before each episode, you'll see it right here on the screen. We'll click it. We'll click this little wheel right there. And you see all those topics. We'll spin it. Whatever it lands on, that's what we're debating. We're going to give it maybe like a 15 minutes for each topic, and if we feel like we need to go longer, we'll go longer. If we feel like we don't need 15 minutes, we won't do 15 minutes. We'll probably do about an hour long, so it depends on how many topics we can fit in an hour. So that's how it goes. We don't have a moderator. We're not experts on all this other. We're not experts on this stuff. It's just we spin a topic and we give our. Maybe sometimes it's educated on some of the stuff we've actually looked up. Some of it's stuff we might not know nothing about, and we'll have to refer to what we call the fact check, which is the old Google machine. So you can see it right here in real time, and then we'll go from there. So maybe, depending on how this show goes, kind of like a pilot episode, maybe we'll start going live for these, so you guys can chime in on some of these, maybe read some of your questions while we're debating, but we'll see how this one goes, and you never know. So with that, we'll get ready. We got 15 minutes on the clock. Let's see, we can never do it live. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. This is what we're going to have to start with, huh? And we'll remove that from there. Oh, wow. I guess that's what we're going over here. Gay marriage should be legal.
should gay marriage be legal?
See, you guys are going to see a lot of times Dangs and be like, should it be? Or can it be? Should it be?
When you say should, that means it has to be, or can it be, right?
Right, well, either or. Starting to 15 minutes now.
So, should gay marriage be legal? Well, I don't have much to argue about this, but yeah, why not? That's why it's a free country. Now, should every priest or place that does marriage have to do it if they don't want to? No. Should be up to who's willing to marry these people. But should it be legal? Sure, why not? Go down to the courthouse and get married. I don't give a shit.
Legal?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, it's a free country, man.
I don't know. I guess it goes back to, I'm sure we'll have that topic as well. Abortions be legal. I already say, I don't give a shit what you do. If it doesn't affect me, go do what you want to do. What is two dudes getting married or two chicks getting married affecting me?
Right. Or if a group of people want to get married, I don't care.
So who's
Go ahead, do it.
who's getting married here? I am. 10
We
people
all
raise their
are
hand.
together. But if let's say these two guys go to a place and they're like, no, and then they go on social media and be like, can you believe this? Boycott, blah, 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 of chapel. These people should have a...
Well, see, if gay marriage is legal, I don't think you would be able to have a court say they don't want to marry you or they can't marry you,
not a
because that
court.
would be against it. But a priest all day, they do
Right.
that all the time.
Right.
Like Catholic priests.
Sometimes they don't even marry a husband and wife.
I was gonna say, you literally have to take a compatibility test for Catholics and shit like that, and the priest can be like, no, I'm not marrying you guys. You guys, I don't think you're gonna make it, or blah 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 blah. So it's not just against gays. So people can get all ups in arms if somebody denies them. Oh, too bad. Go to the courthouse then. If it wants to be legal, let it be fucking legal. Who cares?
Once you start restricting shit like that, where's the line stop? Now, abortion is a different story.
Well, I'm sure we'll get to that.
There's a line for that.
Well, what should be the line?
Well, we don't know because
No, for not abortion, for marriage, gay marriage to be legal.
there should be no line. I guess, right? I mean, you got to be clothed.
What should the line be? Should the line be federally legal or states?
I think
Decide.
No, I think it should be states, not federally. Anything that has anything to do with anything, it should never be federally.
Or should it even boil down to locality?
I think you should have local elections, and if your county decides that it's cool, then it's fine. But if not, then whatever.
Right.
It should be on the ballot. Let the people vote. That's what I say.
Let my people vote.
Like if
We'll say like
Tallahassee County in Florida, they're like no, but then
Osceola County wants it.
right,
You
and
can.
then Miami-Dade, they're like sure, why not? So whatever.
But then how do you restrict that where you got people that are flooding in from all the surrounding counties that don't offer it? Do you offer it then? Because they don't live in your county.
It doesn't matter if you live in a county or not,
I guess Vegas
right?
marriages are legal.
So yeah, I mean you can't restrict anything like that. Seems to be all right there.
I guess I would argue I don't care if it's legal as long as it's not federally mandated
Right.
that you states.
Where anybody has to do it. If they'll shut down a church if a priest, if a
Right.
pastor's like no.
I don't think that ever happened anyways.
Well, they tried doing that with that cake shop.
Well, it's a cake shop though.
So?
That's not religion.
So
You have freedom to practice a religion.
right, and the cake shop has freedom to not serve you a cake. It's a private business.
What if a cake place doesn't want to serve a black guy?
That's discriminate. Well, right. I don't know. I guess if you don't want to, then you want to. Then he's known as a racist cake guy.
I guess there's this chick in Jamaica. She rents out a B&B, Airbnb, and she said, "I have no problems with." I'm not gonna do the Jamaican voice. She's like, "I got no problems with Africans, Europeans, Spanish, white Americans." She said, "But black Americans, every time they come here, they're disrespectful. They're loud. They fight each other, and they
wow.
disrupt my property." She said, "From now on, no more black Americans are allowed to come here."
Oh,
So,
shit.
yeah.
Hey, whatever.
But,
I
I mean, that is Jamaica, but I mean,
if somebody does not want to serve a black person, then you got to be willing to accept.
what if
the
a black person
consequences.
doesn't want to serve a white person?
You got to be willing to accept the consequences by either the media or your community. How long would that business last? Who knows?
What kind of backlash are you willing to take, and can you withstand the backlash?
Right? Can you withstand putting new windows in your place every day?
Well, then, kind of proves the point, doesn't it? Why you don't want to serve the certain demographic if that was the case. I mean, I don't know.
I'm good with-
You could go down a rabbit hole for eternity.
I'm good with people voting on shit. Federally mandated stuff, I'm not. Like pot. Everybody wants it federally mandated. I don't think that's a good idea. I think it's up to what they're doing now. These states are doing it. Even some counties.
But at least take it off
as
of
a,
the federal ban list.
Right. Still like a misdemeanor, though. If they want to pursue charges, which none of them ever will. How often you can get pulled over by a federal agent?
If you get pulled over by a federal agent, you got bigger problems, first of all,
Right,
than
right.
having a little dime bag.
So, I mean, a lot of hardcore conservatives would be like, well, when you start at gay marriage, where does it go from there? They're going to want to adopt kids. So?
It goes against the Bible. It's God's word.
There's a lot of stuff that goes against the Bible.
Are you doing the gay marriage, or are you still adhering to God's word?
You know what else goes against the Bible, Father Joseph? You and Tommy. You and Tommy in the clergy room.
You and the little altar boy.
Right. That goes against the Bible, but you seem to not care about that, huh?
Well, not only that, but the Bible or God also gives you free will. So if you don't want to get married and be gay, don't be gay.
Right. I mean,
And then you'll have other people, well, gay is not a choice. Well, we're not arguing that, first of all. But, yeah. So, I don't know. Should gay marriage be legal? I say, yeah, but not mandated
not
federally.
not
like,
federally mandated.
Yeah.
Where
Let,
there's
let the local people decide
Right.
whatever you want.
put it in the ballots.
Right.
Put it in the ballot boxes.
Where is there any place in the United States right now where gay marriage is not legal?
There might be. I'm guessing like some places in Texas. Nope. No same-sex marriage. It's legal in all 50 states and also in the District of Columbia, as well as United States territories, except for American Samoa. Those guys, they ain't gonna allow it. The Supreme Court's landmark 2015 ruling in Obergefell and Hodges made same-sex marriage legal in the United States.
So that's a federal then.
It's just legal.
But it's a federal.
Right. They're saying it's legal. They count you as marriage, but they don't force people to marry you.
Under the Respect for Marriage Act, which is a federal act, not a state's act, so
Right.
marriage is a federal thing.
Right, but how far does it go? Can you deny somebody?
Marriage license recognized as well as all territories of marriage. However, the American Samoa must recognize all marriages between two people that were legally performed in another's jurisdiction.
Right.
Counties not issuing marriage. There are counties: Texas, Alabama, Kentucky. But is it a federal law? Yeah, it's a federal law.
It's just saying
So
they
federal
recognize
law.
it. They're just saying they recognize it. Before it wasn't recognized as being
No, but
married.
it's outlawed for any state to not allow it.
Oh, that's pretty messed up.
Available to all 50 states, to various court, state legislature, direct popular vote. States each have separate marriage laws, which must be adhered to rulings by the Supreme Court. Right. Recognize marriage as a fundamental right guaranteed. Yeah. So all states have to adhere to this federal law, so no state can deny gay marriage.
Right.
So that kind of goes against what
Well,
I just said I wouldn't agree with.
Well, I mean, no. Right, because now states can't vote on if they want it or not, or the people. So that takes that
The only
away.
way that's going to go away is if the Supreme Court makes it go away.
Right. Now, as long as it ain't federally mandated that everybody has to marry a gay couple. Of course, the court's got to, but
Federal law, yeah. Yep, all federal laws. I mean, all right. Well, I still think it should be a state thing, to be honest with you. I think the federal government should decide, because there's different cultures in each state and different demographics in each state, just like pot and abortions.
look at that. Most of the Indian tribes in the Southwest, they don't recognize it.
Well, that's interesting. They're like, nah, we can't get down with that.
And one little, that's a Samoa in Hawaii, right? One little island in Hawaii don't have it. Oh no, it was still blue. It doesn't look like it wasn't. Oh wow, yeah.
American Samoa is that little blue. I know it's recognized when performed elsewhere.
Right. And so is all the Indian tribes up here. That's crazy. And one little spot in New York.
Wow.
Holy shit. And Baton Rouge. They recognize it, but performed elsewhere. Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't like the federal mandate that it's whatever. It should be up to the states. But I guess they're going to be like, well, what if we get married in Louisiana and then we decide to move up to Colorado and then we're not legally married there?
Right. I mean, so should it be legal? I guess. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care, really.
Right.
I don't care.
I wouldn't vote against it. I wouldn't vote for it.
I wouldn't vote for it at all.
Right. I would
Leave that
one
blank.
What happens if nobody votes for it?
Well, then nothing.
Put it on
Can you?
next-
Yeah. What would happen if somebody? If you had some? I think you have to vote though. Like your ballot wouldn't be.
I don't think you have.
I think you can't leave
Yeah, a lot of
blank
people.
space.
A lot of people don't even vote for the local elections. They just vote for presidents, and they're done. And they got a whole blank ballot.
No.
Yeah, bud.
No.
Yeah.
Does your ballot count if you don't fill it? You can leave blanks. Yes, you can leave blank spaces on your ballot. Is not illegal by election. Must count all ballots, even those containing blanks. If after voting your absent voter ballot, you make
It's just you didn't get a vote. That guy didn't get a vote.
Say what ballotpedia? No, the act of leaving one option blank on a ballot while filling out other options commonly referred to as undervoting. For example, a voter that is permitted to cast one vote for a president does not select a candidate, or a voter who has only cast 2 votes in a contest allowing 3 as undervoted. Voters have the right to undervote if they choose to do so. A ballot will not be canceled or disqualified as a result of undervote.
Yeah. Look at that shit.
All right, well, okay, well.
I mean, we are a lazy country.
Right.
We do like to not finish stuff.
Should it be legal? Don't care.
Whatever. Do what you want. I'm not going to say no. That was easy.
All right. All right. We can probably do that one for a minute. All right. Should animals be used for testing?
That's a rough one.
Animals used for testing. Well, it depends on what kind of animal and what kind of testing you're doing.
Right.
Because first of all, there is only a few animals out there in this world that actually have feelings and are a sentient being. First of all,
Mice, pig, and monkeys. Them are the only ones that they really testing on that are going to be transferred to humans. Mice, pigs, and monkeys. And, man.
oh, that's not true.
Most of it.
They test like makeup and shit on other animals.
Well, makeup.
Right.
I
Well, it's
guess.
just scientific and all the other stuff.
I mean, if it's not harmful.
We'll put it this way. What animals are sentient? We know that all vertebrate species are sentient and allow some groups of birds to develop a structure. Ours are still okay.
Right. Like, then they...
All right.
Didn't they do like a kidney transfer from a pig to a human once or something like that? Or a heart?
Okay. What animals have a self-consciousness, meaning they know what's going on?
Right. Dolphins.
Apes, elephants, dolphins, magpies, which is a bird, orangutans, blue streak cleaner. There's a fish. What?
Wow.
It's thought to be the first fish
It's
to show signs of
maybe-
self-awareness.
Maybe they don't know shit.
Hmm.
I mean,
A mouse? I don't care.
right.
Do whatever the fuck you want to a mouse.
Mouse. Man, I guess if it's something that it's gonna change the world, like an AIDS vaccine or something like that, and you may have to sacrifice a pig. I mean, for the greater good of the human species, right?
I guess it depends. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing to the animal? Are you?
Do you want to try a different shade of makeup that has some sort of chemical on it? We don't know how it reacts with skin. It could be deadly. And then now you're just doing stupid shit like what Fauci was doing with the dogs.
Allegedly. I don't know. It kind of comes off as like
It's hard.
harsh, but I don't really give a shit.
I say there is a means to it to yes, but the good just go carried away, and some scientists is working in a lab with like 4 or 5 other different people, and it's not with the government or anything, and they're just like, let's try this, and it's not really gonna
Like a
affect-
mad scientist type
right,
deal.
it's not even gonna affect anything, and he has a bunch of animals that he's just injecting them shits with or whatever, and no. But it's actually controlled environment with a lot of regulations and rules. Why not? Especially if it saves thousands and millions of people's lives. I mean, how many times has that happened before with the cancer? Not the cancer, but the like the measles vaccine and mumps and all that. Polio. I think they first started it on a monkey.
Well, I think the ultimate comparison is monkeys in space.
Right.
Would you rather try a human out to see if they're going to survive or a monkey? Or an animal or a dog or whatever the hell they've sent up there and they've come back dead.
I mean, nobody said anything when Doc Brown sent Einstein into the future.
He survived, though.
I
So
did.
he was good. Yeah, but what are you going to choose? A human life or, I mean, there's, in today's day and age, there's a lot of psychos out there. I'd rather a dog live than a human live because those people are fucking fucked in the head and they're psychos, number one.
Right.
There's no situation in this world that you would rather test on a human if it's going to be, could potentially be deadly over an animal. I don't care what the animal is.
I think if it's not going to be harmful, when you know it's not going to be harmful, you just have to test it on something. Go ahead and do whatever. But even if it is might potentially be harmful or fatal, then it has to be highly regulated by the science, by CDA, by the CDC and FDA and all that. And I would still allow it. I mean, I would always take an animal being possibly injured than a human being. I mean, sorry. I mean, we do kill cows to eat them. So what's the difference if we're shooting them up with some type of freaking chemical to see how long they live?
Right.
Or we inject them with some sort of disease and we make another antidote for it and we inject them with that and see what happens. I don't see the difference in slaughtering a cow to have for dinner. Or potentially...
animal cruelty. Let's take the animal cruelty.
Right.
Okay, force feeding chemicals, repeated surgeries, and brain implanting. I mean, yeah,
Right,
what,
like
what do they
that.
do? I mean, but brain implanting, you want to make it a good, successful way to successfully get good at brain implants in humans. What is the other way you're going to try?
Okay, are they saying repeated surgeries on the same animal?
I would assume that's what repeated surgeries means. They're also left in cages without painkillers after these procedures. That's a little dickish.
Right. I mean, they got to see how you respond.
Poor predictors of human reaction. Animal testing can be unreliable because of many variables involved, such as different species. Well, right. I mean, it's not going to be 100% to humans, but,
Right, but they
there
get it.
are animals that are closely related to humans.
Pigs and monkeys, or orangutans, or whatever the one that they said a
Right.
bit before.
Not relevant to human health.
Yeah, if it's not relevant to making our life or the world better place, then no. But if it can save all the little starving kids in Africa, then yeah, I would have to say.
So the main reason people, they are subjected to painful and frequently deadly experiences. Well, that's the reason they do it on the animals instead of the humans first.
And then after that, they have humans come in for voluntary trials, which are basically in the next step of testing. So they are actually testing this shit on humans.
Let's see. Animal testing has led to diphtheria, polio, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. They're still tested in animals. A vaccine for Epstein-Barr virus.
Yeah, that was a good one. Lymphoma.
Antibiotics are continually discovered and tested in animals. AIDS research in animals. Heart surgery was pioneered by surgeons who operated on the hearts of dogs and other animals.
And
But yeah, why would you not want to do that
Right.
before you're going to do it to a human?
Right.
HIV, life support systems, anti-aging drugs. I don't know if we care about anti-aging
Right,
drugs,
I
but
wouldn't want to do anything like that. But anything that's going to make us healthier and whatever else. I would have to say, I would have to agree to a certain extent.
so there's a lot of successful things that probably would have never went on to humans if it
Right.
wasn't tested on animals
Right.
first.
I mean, it has to be like the ones that we mentioned. Pig, orangutan, or even a mouse for like the antibiotics and all that stuff, because the mice are very close, which is weird. And pigs are even... People don't understand how close pigs are to the... They're like 2 strands of DNA that separate us. It's insane.
Sure about that?
I'm positive. We can check it out.
2 strands.
How close are we to a pig?
What animal is closest to humans? Chimpanzee and the bonobo are the closest living relatives of humans, about 99% of our DNA.
Right.
What the fuck is a bonobo?
I think it's like one of those, kind of like a chimp, right?
It is a
basically-
primate. It's a pygmy chimp. It's a chimp.
Right. How close are pigs? You gotta write that.
85 to 90% estimated. The
For-
statement that a pig shares approximately 99 is not entirely accurate. They share
Yeah.
many similarities, 85 to 90%.
They used to say it was 99%, but 85 to 90%.
Well, I think that's why they switched to pigs, though, is because people were having a fit that it was chimpanzees and
Right.
like monkeys and shit.
Right, because they look so human-like.
But pig, what are you gonna do? You're gonna slaughter them anyways and eat the shit out of them backstraps, baby.
I'm positive that we've had transplants from pigs to humans.
I mean, we do. Even now in heart, like if there a valve in your heart needs to get replaced, they do.
Right.
They use cow valves.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's animal stuff right there.
Right,
Would have never figured that out if we weren't testing on animals.
right.
I'd say if it's progressing a potentially life-saving research
right.
that you're doing, then yeah, I'm all for it. But if you're just you're trying out your new little fucking Botox injections or plastic surgery or some stupid shit like that
Could-
doesn't mean anything,
right,
then
like this could help if this ever happened, and be like, what's the chance of that? Well, about 99.99999% that it won't ever happen, but you never know. So this guy spends 20 years just murdering and freaking decimating a bunch of animals for nothing.
we don't need no Nazi fucking
Right.
doctors that are literally combining twins and shit. to see if
and
they
it
do
happens a
stuff like
lot.
So yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Animal testing, like I said, is if it's extremely important to advance further medication for a human to survive, then yes. The other out of that experimental shit that's just for cosmetics or something like that, probably
Right.
not. Why?
Or even, yeah,
Test your stupid piece of shit lipstick on
right.
on people. There's idiots out there that are accept $20 for a
They sure
which
do.
happens all the time already.
They sure do, and you can probably even put them in cages if you want. If the whole thing for you is to store them in cages,
I'm sure you pay them $100 more or something, they'll go to a cage without
free
anything.
free room and board. Fuck.
That's hilarious. And they'll never get hungry because
Right.
whatever chemicals you're giving them will make them not hungry.
Fucking perfect.
So there you go, animal testing. Only if it's necessary.
Only if it's necessary.
Wow, can't agree on everything. All right, where are we going now? Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we end the show on a laid-back, kind of funny one. So,
Public.
public college is anything that's not private.
Notre Dame's not public. Like the Ivy schools ain't. Ivy League schools aren't, right?
Anything that's not private, like Harvard's not going to be private. Michigan would be private. I mean, public,
Would it be?
publicly funded. Yes. I
Are
think
they?
to be like a university, you have to be public.
State college, yeah.
So should public college be free? Isn't it already?
No, you can't go to the University of Michigan for free.
Yeah, I know, but some level there's public colleges, like a local community college or something. Usually you're getting into that shit for free. If you got good enough grades, there's always these government grants and shit to get you 2 years free or something like that.
Right, yeah, you can get this. See, then you're coming in with a slippery slope here. If it's free, then your taxes are going to go way up because you're paying for professors and all kinds of stuff that you're not going to be able to afford without tuition. And you're not going to have good professors. They're not going to want to go anywhere. So, or they're just going to stay in the same schools. So you're going to have ones where good schools aren't good anymore. If it's all free, you got to have some type. And then your sales tax are going to go up. Your road tax, your gas tax, your property tax, every tax. It's just going to
But
skyrocket.
aren't they already going up?
That's true.
Because you're...
Or they can make scholarships a lot more easier to get. But where are you getting the scholarships from?
funded by taxes, right? I'm assuming. So federal public universities are already funded by taxes.
Along with other sources of revenue, which is their like schools,
State and local, federal, school tuition, endowments, investment incomes.
their teams and stuff, selling merch and all that shit.
Well, that's usually just for the athletic program.
Right.
I mean, obviously, you don't want, like, the University of Michigan, for example, or like a higher public university that's at the top of their class, because the acceptance rate for Michigan is only like 13%.
Right. And it's public. I mean, anybody can apply for it.
Anybody can apply, but yet 17% compared to sorry, MSU, but MSU's 88%.
Well,
which is why Michigan has the best, one of the best law schools in the country, one of the best doctor programs in the country, one of the best lawyer programs in the country. Michigan State agricultural.
Right.
There are doctor stuff like that, but they,
mostly
88%. 88 out of every 100 students are admitted.
Right.
Which they don't care. They'll admit anybody in. Where people that have a higher rate, they're not just going to let through, and that tarnishes the reputation, and then who knows, the education might not be that better.
It won't be, because you're not going to get the same type of, like the professors that are teaching at University of Michigan are way better than the ones at Michigan State.
Triggering all these Michigan State, not just to pick on Michigan
But
State.
then you got Michigan Tech, which is even better.
Oh, Ohio State's 52%.
What's Michigan Tech?
Is Michigan Tech, but that might not be.
93%.
Holy shit, that's a 93. How do they know Google? I didn't even type in.
Holy shit. Really?
It is a public university, Michigan Tech.
probably
Michigan Tech, right.
Probably a lot of people that's going to go are going to be qualified.
Okay, what is MIT?
Yeah.
4%.
Right, that's hard.
That's a land grant university, so that's
Right.
not even a public anyway.
So.
But obviously the Harvards of the world are going to be, nobody's getting into Harvard or Yale or Princeton or anything
Right.
like that unless you're smart as fuck. But a public university that the taxpayers are already funding, I don't know. It's how do you fight again? Like, what are pros and cons of OSU? There's only fucking cons of OSU.
Pros and cons of Ohio State surviving.
Free college. All right, procon.org, whatever you are. What do you guys say? Pro 1, tuition free would take significantly fewer student loans. Well, I guess student loan debt, but more people would be ready and able to add to the economy when they come out. Tuition free college is not free college, and students will still have large debts.
Right. Right. Tuition free college is not free college still, because maybe tuition's free, but you got books, you got room and board and all that. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Sweden has free college, and yet students in that country have an average of $19,000 in student debt for living costs and other expenses.
Right.
That was in 2013 compared to the $24,000 debt U.S. students had the same year. I mean, and
Right.
so it's a $5,000 difference. Is that really that negligible? I don't think so. U.S. economy and society has benefited from tuition free college in the past.
Right.
Taxpayers would spend billions to subsidize tuition while other
There
college
it
costs
is.
remained high.
There it is. There it is.
Bernie Sanders' free college program estimated at $47 billion per year, and states paying 33% of the cost, or $15 billion.
Exactly. That's a lot out of our pocket. And it's not fair for the people that don't want to have kids and
That is
won't
true,
have kids.
because it'll force states to move existing resources that they could have put in prisons, healthcare, roads, K through 12 education, and medical, and all this other, healthcare, obviously.
Right.
But I mean, college isn't for
Everybody.
right, right. College isn't for everybody. That's. I mean, that's pretty much the front of it.
This is one of those things, man. You go, you know the consequences of going, but you know what the benefit it is too.
College.
If you're actually, most people don't pay attention. They just want to go to college, do the college thing. So they go to college for 2 to 4 years and just rack up student loan debt and other debts, and they don't even end up. If they do get a degree, it's nothing. That you're never even going to find a job out anywhere and make good money, or they're just going there and they don't even end up getting their degree. So next thing you know, they got $30,000 in student debt loan, and they don't even have a degree or are even motivated to do what they want to do. Now, most people that go to college, they have a set goal plan, and they end up getting scholarships every semester, and they end up paying next to nothing
Okay.
for
So
college.
if we make college entirely free, then should college be mandatory?
Yeah. Okay.
If we're gonna be paying for free college for everybody, then we're gonna mandate you go for at least 2 years.
Because the heads it's like in high school on count day. How many heads you got in that classroom?
Right. It depends on
This gives you your balance for the year, or this semester.
most places you have to have a high school diploma to even do anything. So, should the law change if we're going to provide
All right.
free public college to everybody?
All right.
You have to have at least 2 years of college.
Right. Say we do instead of K through 12, we do K through 14.
We'll grade you in 14.
We do K through 12 and plus 2 years of college, so you at least get an associate's degree in something. And then if you're good enough, you're smart enough, and you actually want to do more, then you might get scholarships and all that to get your bachelor's. Or if you're not and you still want to pursue it, you can end up getting a student loan. But at least you got an associate degree in some type of trade. So I think trade schools should be a little more affordable.
A degree that could typically earn in 2 years, associate's degree covers fields like business administration, nursing, healthcare administration, criminal justice, accounting, computer information systems, and early childhood education.
Right. I mean, you can go to college for 2 years and get a degree of low stature in all of these fields, but most of these jobs, they'll pay for more learning. They'll pay for your classes if you want to keep on moving up.
How about this? We'll pay for the first 2 years, no matter what, free. Then you got to earn the rest.
Right. I believe that. Or if you want to continue,
And it's got to be mandatory.
that you go.
If we're gonna shell out all this extra
Right.
millions and millions of dollars in college,
You
then
must go.
You
for
have
2
to go
years,
for 2 years
and you have to get your associate's degree.
if you want.
So basically, the associate's degree is taken over the diploma. So you wouldn't even care if you got a high school diploma anymore, because now.
Well, you would still have to have a high school diploma to get into college.
What I'm saying, well, it would still be a whole thing, because it would be like in elementary. Once you're done in 5th grade, you move to middle school, and then after you're done in middle school, you move to high school, and then once you're doing there, you don't get to pick. I mean, it'll be school of choice, but most people are going to go to the college that's closer to the home, just like the high school. The middle school is this here, and guess what? The nearest high school is 4 blocks away. I'm going to go in that high school instead of going across town to the other high school. So, like where we're at, we got Delta and the Cardinals. So they would choose, and we got there's like 6 other ones.
Right.
So there's multiple places where these people can go and get their associates. And then you'll still have the schools like University of Michigan, where there would be a full-time college where you have to you're gonna pay a lot of money.
How about we would have to separate the college into tiers? I guess they almost already are.
Right. Yeah.
You would have your local colleges and then your big state universities, where the local colleges, the entry-level colleges, we'll call them,
Right.
those 2 years are free, and then if you want to continue, you can pay to go to a higher graded school.
Right. Yeah, like a Baker or a Mott, that would be free.
Or like any community college or something like
a
that.
Delta, Baker, or Mott, them are all be free. But the Valley State Cardinals, no. That's a state college. That's a state university.
Right. So is Delta.
No, it's a community college.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. I guess. But then that goes into mandating stuff even more that I really don't like in the first place. So now you got to mandate that people go to school for 2 more years.
Well, we're already mandated to go for 12.
I mean,
Well, actually, no, because once we turn 16, we don't have
well,
to.
you're not mandated,
Right.
but to get
Right.
into college or
Like I said, from now on, the associate's degree would take over from the diploma. So, you're going to get asked, you got your associate's degree?
or if that's the case, just say fuck 10th and 12th. What they do now and just turn 10th and 12th grade into basically a low-level college, which they kind of already do already anyway.
You could actually do that, or just, yeah, you could actually do, or you can do 12th and then 1 year. So actually do 13 years. So I think you do need, no, because 9th and 10th in high school, by the time you get to 11th to 12th, dude, you're basically learning the same shit. It's just
Like-
2 years of wasted high school, pretty much.
What do? You get
Just credits like
advanced math, like you're never ever going to use in your life.
yeah, and like I already know people that it's their senior year and they already have enough credits. So they're going this whole senior year for no reason.
Well, those are the kids that take college courses
Right.
in their senior year.
Or they can graduate early, but they can't play sports. So a lot of them will continue to go to school so they can play on the sports team. But there's a lot of them that already graduate, so they don't go to school all year, but at the end of the year, they'll walk down the aisle and get their diploma. But they already graduated. Which, there you go. Yeah, that's even better when you got kids like that who's got all that, and then, I mean, there's so much you can do.
I don't know. I feel like I have to look into this more too.
Yeah, this definitely needs,
All college should be free. No, but
no, not all.
entry level, basic.
I like the
College
idea
should
of
be, maybe?
replacing the diploma with the associates, like you said. 2 years instead of K through 12, it's K through 14, and you end up having 2 years of a community college, basically. They kind of already have that with the career complexes and all that.
Well, right, like I said, you already have high school students that are taking college classes right now
For free.
for free. Yeah. I don't know.
It's rough. It's a slippery slope there to include the state colleges as well. I can't do that. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. I like the idea though of extending another year.
Not mandatory, but given the option.
Right. So like I said, it once.
But like I said, there is already countless government programs out there that most kids can get 2 years of college for free.
Yeah. Just tuition and books paid for. Not anything else.
What else do you need? If you're getting the 2 years of college for free, most likely it's going to be a local college. You don't need board and dorm and all that shit.
Right.
So, should college tuition be free? I'd say no, just
No.
for the simple fact that you can't lump them all into one. Nope.
No, can't do that. Sorry.
I can't do it. We'd have to.
I think the cons of even if we lumped it all into one.
Might have to go back to that one.
Right, that's a question mark. Needs more research.
Right.
I mean, you get some statistics on the success rate of the associate degree graduates and what they end up doing with their lives compared to anybody else that stays in school or somebody else that skips college altogether and just goes to a trade school for a year. And they're making
but
like $50 an hour.
And then you'll have those people that are like, well, Bill Gates didn't graduate college.
A lot of people didn't go to college. Like I said, trade school is probably the way to go. But trade school is expensive, and they don't offer any type of scholarships or funding for trade schools. That's all out of pocket. But you automatically get a job. You will have a good paying job by the time you're done. In about a year. So I mean, if you plan on doing extracurricular learning after high school, trade school is the way to go. Fuck college.
Right.
Unless you want to be a doctor.
Wanna be a doctor, heart surgeon. All right, I guess we'll end this one right here. We're close to an hour with a little fun one. Most of these are stupid as hell, but maybe they'll bring some light stuff and some fun banter back and forth here. What kind of funny things can we...
See, guys, this first episode just shows you that we were stumped on these answers probably as much as you. You probably knew more than us. That's why a live thing that would be good.
Maybe. Oh, I can debate this fucking topic all day of the week, boys. I mean, don't even need a timer for that.
No.
Is pizza better cold?
Is pizza better cold?
Absolutely not.
It's not better cold, but it's good cold. I'd eat it cold. I wouldn't have a problem with eating it cold. I wouldn't bitch and complain if there was a cold pizza. There's a difference between cold pizza and lukewarm pizza. Like if a pizza you just bought and it's been sitting on the counter for like an hour, hour and a half, I'll probably throw that in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Give it a little a little bit of warmth. But if we throw that bitch in the fridge and 2 hours later I go and get a slice, I'm most likely just picking it out of the box and walking away.
Nope, it's disgusting, and you should be put to death immediately and fucking burned at the stake.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Cold pizza, cold steak, cold pork chops are fantastic. Hamburger, no. I hate cold hamburger. But cold pizza all day long.
Never.
It's not better cold. What the debate question was, is it better cold? No, it's not. But it's like pineapples. All day long, baby.
Is cold pizza better? No.
No.
It's not better than hot pizza. Never in 100 years will you ever get a freshly made, cheesy-ass pepperoni pizza and then put that side by side to a one that's been stored in the fridge.
Definitely.
And the cold one will never, ever in any world be better.
No. But you would eat it. And it won't be disgusting. It'll be good. You can easily grab a cold piece of pizza out of the fridge that's been sitting there for 3-4 hours and mow down on that bitch.
I'm the firm believer if your food was hot when you got it, then it should be hot when you eat the leftovers. Never eat anything cold.
Just like if you had a barbecue earlier that day and you had a couple center cut pork chops and a nice steak, and then later on you got up about 11 o'clock at night and you went to the fridge and you just grabbed a piece of steak and chowed on that. There's nothing better. I think that might be better than the warm. No. Maybe the pork chop.
There's a difference between being all buzzed and hungover or fucking drunk and grabbing a cold piece of hamburger or something.
Not even that.
Was from the grill earlier that day.
I could be totally sober.
You're never ever going leftovers and making your whole plate of leftovers and not warming it up.
Oh, hell no. If I'm going to get a plate out and set stuff on the plate, I'm definitely warming it up. If I'm going out there, say I'm watching a movie or something.
Okay, that's just picking from something. That doesn't count.
And I grab a full piece of steak and I'm just gnawing on that bitch while I'm watching a movie. I'm not warming it up. It's going to be cold.
Well, that doesn't count. Because you're not eating the meal. You're just picking at it. Anybody can pick at it.
Right. Oh, I'm definitely not going to have a plate of mashed potatoes and gravy and
cold as shit, and you're like chunks of fucking potato because it's so clumped together and cold,
and
the gravy's
so
like all saliva-ish and coagulated.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be too
disgusting.
Yeah, that would no, that's a totally different thing. But a piece of meat or something out of there, or even like a cold pizza. I'd eat it's not better than warm pizza, but cold pizza is definitely acceptable. I would eat a cold pizza rather than a nice steamy hot pizza that has sausage on it. Serious.
That's just ignorant.
No, I hate sausage on pizza. It's disgusting.
Okay, would you eat cold pizza or hot cereal? I'm not talking about oatmeal.
Warm milk? I don't think you ever have warm milk.
You fucking literally poured a bowl of Fruit Loops or something and put it in the microwave.
I don't know. I never tried it.
That's because it's cold and it's supposed to be cold. And you would never try it fucking hot.
Well, I've never tried it. It might be good. I bet it could be good.
Pudding. Warm pudding?
Warm pudding
Bring
is
us some fucking pudding. Warm pudding? Is that a thing?
It's not bad.
What other example? Oh, warm ice cream. You want to drink your ice cream or you want to fucking lick it?
There's nothing worse than mostly melted ice cream because it tastes like complete ass. No, you're not going to sit there and tell me you've never enjoyed a cold pizza sober in your whole entire life. Fried chicken, obviously. What? Yeah,
no, both cold and warm. Yes, I've had cold pizza plenty of times. That's only when I've been like buzzed or something and it's fucking walked to the fridge just to mow down a piece real quick. Never have I sat down to eat like the meal and it never or warmed it up.
Damn, these guys say pizza is food that is just as enjoyable cold as it is hot.
These guys are idiots.
A quiche, I never had that. Pasta salad. Yeah, meatloaf.
Warm pasta salad.
I would never eat a cold piece of meatloaf. You can kiss my ass.
Warm pasta salad.
Nah, I never had it.
Warm potato salad.
I've never had warm cheesecake either.
Warm cheesecake. I mean, that would be good.
Potato salad would be like cheesy potatoes, right? Kinda.
Pizza, chili, fried chicken, Spanish tortilla, barbecue, cookies. Obviously, cookies.
What?
Okay, so there's an exception right there. I'm glad that was just brought up. Cookies are pie. Obviously, you cook them and you bake them and they're warm, but that's the only two things that are acceptable to eat cold because, obviously.
But they're better warm.
Well, obviously.
Pies are better warm. Chili?
Cold chili?
No.
That's like
all the
equivalent of
lard
eating-
would
I was
rise
going to
to
say,
the
that's the
top.
equivalent of eating mashed potatoes, all coagulated and nasty.
No.
Even soup. You're not
No.
eating cold soup.
Never eaten cold soup or a Spanish tortilla.
Or a Spanish tortilla. I don't even know what that is. But is this a regular tortilla or what's going on here? No, man.
Chili? How do they keep on putting chili on here? You could not eat cold chili. Or
I can see meatloaf, just like a burger.
no, I can't eat cold hamburger. It's disgusting.
Enchiladas, no.
No.
Quiche? No, I don't even know what quiche is.
Right.
Fried chicken? I mean, I guess, sure.
Why
Chicken's
not?
gross. Ratatouille? Don't know what that is. Pizza? Gross! Tortilla Española? It's a quesadilla. I don't know what the hell is that?
It got
Macaroni
potatoes.
in it.
Right. It's potatoes and all that. Which it
Eggs
might
and potatoes together taste great. I
Right.
mean, eggs and potatoes.
It might be good cold. With some syrup.
Well, I guess the question is pizza cold better? Wait, is cold
What?
pizza better than warm pizza?
No.
Clearly not. And no food should ever be warm or cold that was made warm. Sorry.
It's not true at all.
It's gross.
Cold rice is no.
No, nothing.
Nothing. None except for pizza and steak and pork chops.
Not even.
Yes. I'm gonna have to try warm cereal.
I'm going to have to try warm pasta salad because I've
No.
never tried warm pasta salad.
I don't like Italian
I'm sure it's
dressing.
gross, but
I hate
okay,
Italian
so you don't like it cold, so that's neither here nor there.
I'm gonna have to try some warm cereal. No shit. Is warm cereal a thing? People do that? Do people eat warm cereal?
Well, there's people on here that are swearing by it already, so.
Oh no, really?
But they call warm cereal malta
Right,
meal and like
right,
cream of wheat and shit. But
right.
I'm talking about like actual cereal.
There's this guy. Instant hot cereal. Oh.
This guy says I personally haven't seen anyone eat cereals with cold milk unless they were in a hurry and did not. What?
What?
Warm milk with cereals? That's a thing. Always cold.
Right.
Well, these guys are from Romania and Sweden and Poland and
They
shit
don't
like
have
that.
They don't have fridges.
Cold milk, and I didn't know there was a thing once you find milk with cereal. Who cares? Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe. I mean, warm milk's not bad. You put milk in hot cocoa mix, don't you?
Nah, I don't.
It's because we were always poor and had to use water. We could never use milk. But I'm telling you, milk with warm milk with the hot cocoa mix. It's,
I don't know. I don't drink milk too often.
me neither. But cold pizza is definitely not better than warm pizza. So
It's not better, but it's still good.
it's tolerable. I'll give you that. When you're drunk.
Not no like hot and ready from Little Caesars. That's totally different. I'm talking about like a good pizza.
I don't know. Just biting down on like a cold deep dish. It just sounds so disgusting.
Yeah, I
to
don't
me.
know if I've ever had a deep dish cold. Usually when I get a deep dish, that shit's gone.
Well, right.
Shit ain't lasting. All right, cold pizza, just like pineapple. Everybody should have. It should be a law
That's-
that pineapple should be
that's-
mandatory on pizza.
That's another fun debate topic for another day.
If I was president, I would make that. Everybody must have pineapple on their pizza.
You'd be a dictator on day one. All right, so there you go. That's our very first episode of Bang and Dang Debate, exclusive YouTube. I mean, we didn't get...
Maybe we might select our topics a little beforehand and do a little bit of research on them.
Nah, I think that was good to do it as we go.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Like I said at the beginning, anybody expecting... If you've listened to us,
Oh, fun
Right.
topic.
if you've listened to us, you already know that we don't take ourselves seriously, and we're not here to be experts or anything like this. So if
Right.
we learned something new today by looking it up and pros and cons of whatever, then that's cool. And then we base our opinion off of what we're reading.
Right.
Like if we go in with an idea, and then if we have to correct ourselves or look at a new way, we might change it. That's
Yep.
awesome.
That's how it goes.
Gay marriage, animal testing, college tuition, maybe go back to that one. But I think gay marriage was a yes for both of us.
Right.
Animal testing was a maybe, depends on what it is for both of us.
Right.
College tuition was a
Free college? No, definitely no free college.
Maybe though.
Maybe for like yeah, we would have to set some guidelines.
And cold pizza was 100% hell no.
Fantastic.
All right, with that, if you guys are seeing this for the first time, give us a subscription and let us know in the comments what you would like us to change format-wise, make a topics a little bit shorter so we can get more in an hour, make them longer, or if you do want us to research a little bit before each show, or just keep it
going in dumb,
or just keep it, or just keep it where we kind of fact check ourselves in real time. Let us know in the comments, and then we'll adjust accordingly. We're still not sure if this is going to be a weekly or a monthly, maybe every other week. I'm saying I don't think we can do a week.
No,
it might get played out and boring. But probably every other week we'll try to get it done, but at least once a month. And yeah, so give us a subscription, and you can always go check out our other podcasts: Outlaws and Gunslingers, Battles of the American Civil War.
If we do it for once a month, we might make it into an hour and a half.
We'll see. Just let us know in the comments if you guys
give us some fucking feedback, people. Shit, we beg and beg and beg. You don't get nothing, Sever. Show your face.
Or stupid Donald Trump shit.
Or whatever people do on there sometimes.
Right.
Oi. Oi, and a smiley face or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, so give us a subscription, and we'll see you next time. Bang, dang, and bang. We're the Month Music Industry.
Dang, dang.